time, for quite some time, is Levon Aronian and Fabiano and Caruana. The number of titles, championship tournaments they've won, just
impresses.
Incredible.
Wow.
Just absolutely incredible. But Levon has not yet won this sharpest line, if you will. Wesley is very practical when he gets the lead. Very practical. He picks who he beats. I mean, let me just say, he picks who he goes after.
Very nicely put.
And so Levon is not one of those people he would want to really work very hard thinking, I'm going to play a 7-hour game and still draw this guy. You know, like, why would I want to do that? And I can see a line like this one, because he normally would go for the Joko Piano against players he's trying to beat.
Right.
But here, it's clear that he is avoiding the bowels of those kind of crazy theoretical lines and playing something much more passive.
Yeah, we've been calling it the Scotch ending, and I think that's a good way of phrasing it. I mean, literally, hundreds of games have started from this position, and mostly they end in a draw, but a little bit of a twist. I mean, I'm certain it's been played before. In fact, I'll just pull it up on my openings just to get an analysis of this move. So yes, e takes d5. Well, there you go, bishop d2. In the nearly 7,000 games we have on our database, the move bishop d2 is the second most popular move.
But only 300 games.
Yes, not much at all. Most popular continuations, I'll just go down the theoretical pathways here. Most popular moves for both sides are takes, much.
The players are blitzing these
d
moves.
takes e4. So this particular position has been reached 113 times. Now at the end of the day, bishop takes. It looks like bishop takes c. It looks like queen takes b2 is the main move in this moment. And did Levon stop?
No, yes, Levon stopped here.
So Wesley has 5 extra minutes on his clock. 5. Like, you think he's prepared?
Okay,
and Levon has 2 extra minutes on his clock. So
yeah, so this line,
and here we go,
is pretty much nothing for white.
It may be a forced draw, in fact, right?
Right now, they're just blitzing out moves, but it's almost assuredly that Wesley is looking for a draw here. I mean, the win percentage for white is negligible in this line, as the symmetrical pawn structure is clear. There's just no real advantages anywhere that you can play for. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're done in 5 minutes. They can figure out some kind of repetition very quickly.
And I remember somebody lost this endgame as black because they weren't paying attention. They did something very routine, let's put it that way. Some move like bishop e6, a2, a3, they made a move, and after rook b7, they got their feelings hurt. So I mean, you're definitely right that
But bishop to e4 was a big moment here. It's a small tactic. You obviously cannot capture this piece because there is a mate on the back rank, and that would be an odd ending to this game, a shocking ending to a game between these two players. Of course, Wesley did not do that. Wesley continued with the line he knew would be equal, and this position is simply a draw. There's no way to make any progress here as white.
What's a funny insight to this position is, are you ready for this? This is that moment Levon made a novelty. This position is, I mean, we get to a rook upon endgame, and I'm saying, I think h6 has been played before, f6, g6, g5, novelty. And g6 has been played 3. I mean, wow. Okay, so the whole idea is that as soon as we put our pawn up the board, black is ready to shift his rook behind the pawn. The only way to win the game is to bring white's king to the queen side, but that means you'll lose everybody on the king side. Hence, theoretical draw.
Wesley played rook a6, the move rook d4 was played, and now Wesley has put his rook back on a7.
An invitation.
That is an absolute invitation. You play rook d8 right now,
yeah.
I will play rook a6. Now, rook d8 is not exactly the top move.
Play h6.
Right? Like, you should probably play a logical type move. But this is Wesley saying, play something else, and Levon said, okay, that's a little ridiculous.
Right.
I'll just play h5. And there's rook a6 again.
Yeah, right.
Wesley's making just absolutely no
attempts to win.
Yeah.
No winning.
Or to show that he's trying to fight this game. He said, I am here to make a draw. This is a logical result. He wants a second rest day. He wants to just add one.
Right.
He wants number 2.
Exactly. So h5, f6, a more or less perfect setup. From black's perspective, these 3 pawns, he'll just put his king on g6. And then again, he's just waiting for his rook to come behind him. Wesley says, I'm not even going to try to push my a-pawn. I'll make a draw. And
here it comes. Wesley has an hour and 40 minutes on the clock. Right?
Hour, 40 minutes.
Make that an hour 41. As they are now repeating moves.
We would call this a grandmaster draw back in my day. But I'm just kind of... the g5 move, novelty, made me chuckle. Okay.
What time is it?
What time happened?
And we have a handshake, so it's a draw between Wesley and Levon Aronian.
It's exactly 12:15.
Yeah, first 15.
Exactly 15 minutes this game lasted.
For Levon, thank you. I'll
Short
take
day
it.
at the office.
Look, Wesley, I know you're one of the top players in the field, but I have the black pieces. I know you're leading the tournament. Congratulations, but now I, Levon, will do my damage, my best to damage somebody's ambition.